Hello. I tried to put a video on here from my Facebook, but it won't. For some reason, it won't download. So I will have to start over. I just did a brief video talking about how water really irrigates the system and it helps us to get rid of all kinds of ailments, including migraine headaches. I have a friend who was just telling me the other day that she felt really, really toxic because of, I guess she had had a lot of sugar. Prior to that, I told her what to do to detox. So she did it and she felt good, but she had quite a bit of sugar after that, and she said it made her feel so bad internally that she just wanted to scream. So, sorry. I told her, I'm like, since you did do the mini detox, you still have toxins running rampant inside of you. So you simply need to drink a lot of water to run it through and clear out the intestinal walls. And she couldn't believe it because she said prior to that, she told me that she was feeling so bad. She was almost, whatever it was, it made me tell her, that could mean a trip to the ER. You want to be careful. You might have to get that checked out. I said either that or you could really try to drink a gallon of water and see what happens, because all you really need to do is just run those toxins right out. So she said she would try it. I said, just get a gallon of water, get a gallon of water. And I said, if you don't have a gallon handy, just start with bottles of water, bottled water. I forgot how many it is. I think it's about 8 bottles of water equals a gallon, something like that. So anywho, she started with the bottles. I think she said she started with 2 or 3 and she could feel that her headache was going away already. Now, headaches can be indicative of so many things, but for me, I don't like to play around with migraines because especially if you feel them on the left side of your head, to me, I just think that it could indicate a lot of things. But personally, we have strokes that run through our family like wildfire. And if you're not careful, see, I was out in the heat a long time today. A heat stroke is a mini stroke. You got to be careful. You could start talking all, mumbled and jumbled up. And the next thing you know, half of your face is leaning or something. So yeah, if you're starting to feel things on the left side of your head, you want to be careful with that, because that could mean that your body is giving you signals of something to come down the road, something that you do not want to risk. And I'm sure you all know that the left side of your brain controls the right side of your body and vice versa. So if you start having any issues up there on the right side or the left side of your brain, be very careful. Be very careful. No, not right now. Give mommy a minute. I'll be done in a minute. So yeah, anyway, she said that she started feeling a little bit better and she couldn't believe it because she was really miserable. And the next morning I had to, check on her and see how she was doing. Shh. Let mommy finish, okay? And she said she couldn't believe it. She was like, all of that from just water? I'm like, yeah, water. It does a lot for us. So on my Facebook live video, I talked a little bit about how when you go to the hospital, if you're having any sorts of problems, usually they, solve mostly everything by just starting with an IV. And they hydrate you and they make sure that you're, completely, hydrated. So I also spoke about how it's funny how they'll give you a catheter in a hospital, but they don't give you hydrocolon therapy is what they call it these days. I don't know how many people of you have heard of that, but hydrocolon therapy is the same thing as a colonic. It is so good for the body. So many reasons. I talk about that all the time. I don't even need to readdress that. But keeping yourself heavily irrigated and then keeping yourself cleaned out of the toxins, numero uno. You'll be surprised how many things change with your body, how many things or problems that you can get rid of, and how many ailments start to subside. It's wonderful. Our bodies, the Creator really did a phenomenal, miraculous job. Our bodies are so resilient, so substantial, and our bodies know how to heal themselves and how to rejuvenate themselves. We just have to give it the tools that it needs. Number 1 is rest. Number 2 is water. Those 2 things are high priority. I won't say that it's how many hours of sleep you get per se, but it is very, very important that your body is asleep by 10 p.m. and remains sound asleep through 2 a.m. And if you can do this, you're going to help so much. Your body's processes are 100% at work during that time. And you can wake up feeling refreshed. Sometimes people wonder, well, why is it that I can't lose weight? Or why can't I function during the day? Or I'm having all of these mental health problems, or like depression and bipolar and just so many different things. But believe it or not, our bodies heavily rely on the circadian rhythms. So look it up. I always encourage people to do their own research. Look up circadian rhythm. CIRCADIAN. Circadian. You will be delighted when you really get a chance to see what it is your body needs. You're going to learn a lot. There's so much to be learned about our how and when we need to eat. Circadian rhythms, I'm telling you. If you could give your body rest, because I want to say it's between 4 a.m. and 7 a.m. that your body is doing a lot of cleansing. No, I'm sorry, 4 a.m. and noon. From 4 a.m. to noon, there's a lot that goes on that could be interfered with if we eat. It would be really nice if we can wait to break the fast until like 11 a.m. or noon. And even when you do then, if you can do so with like a large salad, or even more beneficial is fruit. Ask yourself, in the beginning, when God created man and woman, what did he give them for food? Did he say every cow was good for food? Did he say every plant in the vegetation growing from the ground was good for food? He said every tree was good for food. If you want to know what it feels like to perform at your optimal levels, try eating what grows on trees. If you try eating what grows on trees, and if you're able to eliminate junk and meats and dairy, you're going to really discover something that is going to blow your mind and energize your body. So Anyway, I am just now going over 10 minutes, so I'll stop the video. It's hard for people to want to watch after that long. Any questions, comments? Hey, type it below and hit follow. No, I'm new to this. Subscribe and like. Thank you.